Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the BYP. My name is Alex Murray, the Commissioner. We have an update for you all. We've gone back through our backend system. Yes, I said the word again. We've gone back through our charts, basically, and after some further review and kind of looking at how OOTP27 is handling the overall of pitchers, it is a much more drastic approach than 26 was. We have elected to make some minor tweaks to the lower ranges of our charts, and I'll explain what that means here in a second. But basically, if you are an upper echelon starting pitcher or relief pitcher, don't worry, not a whole lot of your stuff is going to be changing. You might see a couple of small boosts or small tweaks, but nothing serious. You're going to be the same exact build you were before. If you submitted a character that has 0 boosts or only a very small number of boosts to your character, you may see a very large jump for Season 3 as we move forward. This will help make sure that our lower-ended submissions who are just getting started won't feel as crunched by the rating system that we currently are utilizing. So in order to be able to explain that, I've actually got some examples of what that's going to be looking like. So hold tight. Let's get through this as fast as possible. Now, again, like I mentioned, if you are going to be an upper echelon pitcher, such as, for example, Benjamin Abinduct, he's a prime example of what's probably going to be the most amounts of changes you could possibly do. So this is going to be the updates to the upper echelon pitchers, and you'll be able to see it. It's going to be just a little bit of changes. Boom. This is going to be the slight adjustments that you're going to see. Pitches are going to be going upwards a little bit, so stuff is going to be increased. Control is going to be increased as well, but it's very, very slight for the upper echelon pitchers, as you can see. So pre-change and post-change, not a whole lot is changing in regards to, like movement and control for the upper echelons of pitchers. They're all going to be the same. So do not expect to see a whole bunch of changes for your already at 200 upgraded starting pitchers, okay? So don't expect a whole lot from them. But who is this update for? This update is for people like Andrew Alexander. Alexander is someone who's been submitted now for approximately 2 seasons. I believe that this person has had multiple submissions dating back to even the alpha seasons, and this character has very limited updates. I think this character has 0 boosts applied at the moment. Not calling you out, Andrew. Just saying, he just hasn't had enough time to be able to actually get the character updated, and as you can see, the ratings are not very good. It has been a rough time for Andrew Alexander, and this season is looking to be even tougher. So here is what we have decided to do. With all of our changes, a lot of people are seeing anywhere from about 50 to 75 point boosts. If you're a brand new character, you're going to see a huge amount of more points going to your character. So his pre-change looks like this is what he looked like beforehand. With our change, this is what Andrew Alexander will look like afterwards. So this would be a brand new submission level type of character. And this is at least playable. And that's what we're going for. We're going for the idea that, hey, our characters were starting to become the worst characters in the BYP to draft. If they were brand new, we cannot have that. CCPs or custom created players need to be at least, at least in, I would say, the top 75% of the characters. So the bottom 25 should always be the generic characters and the, not the fodders, but the filler characters should always be down there. So Andrew Alexander, good example of a post change that's going to be so much better. Movement up. A lot of it comes down to, just having a higher raw movement. Even P. BABIP has been increased a decent amount, 15 rating points there. You've got the 15 rating points for home run allowed. That's going to be basically resulting in that massive 15 movement upgrade. Stuff goes from 21 to 31, so you'll see improvements across the board. Every single pitch is going to be better, and that helps make the circle change up so much better for him at this point, resulting in that 54. So you should see some pretty good improvements for characters such as Andrew at this point. I wanted to highlight one other character as well, and that's going to be Lefty Cheese. Another person who has only about 28 upgrades in the knuckleball, but as you can see, even for pushing the knuckleball, the ratings just really were not doing very much justice for Lefty Cheese, even though his, if you look at his statistics for the past season, when he was with the Warlocks, he actually had a 1.3 WAR season, so these numbers do not look very on pace for what he has done the past 2 seasons. Even with the Bears, he was 4-4 with a 4.96 ERA in 10 starts. He was 6-9 with the Warlocks with a 5.03. So he's been able to hit, at least serviceable numbers for a starting pitcher, but these ratings do not do him justice. So with the updates and all the stuff we've been able to do, Lefty Cheese will look like this. much more average, actually has the movement up to 37. The knuckleball finally pulls through with a 73 rating, and the secondary pitches are at least a little bit better. He should at least be a decent number 2 starting pitcher for whoever drafts him, and this is, of course, before I rock this potentially upgrades Lefty Cheese as we move closer to the opening day, or at least to the draft at this point. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to be able to at least see all these changes, kind of get a first-hand experience for what they're going to look like. So your brand new submissions are going to be better. Your characters are going to be better unless you are an already 200 upgraded starting pitcher or even like 125 or above. Once it gets to the upper echelons, there's pretty much no change for them. It's just the bottom 50% of our charts that are going to be getting a huge little boost just to bring them into play more than we have in the past. So that's our update for the day. I hope you guys all like it, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.